In this video, I'll be sharing with you how we fixed a bad performing Black Friday offer launch in less than 48 hours. Now, one thing to know is when you launch your Black Friday offer, it's not going to always work and it's not going to always work immediately. So it is key to understand where to look for the data that you need and to guide your next steps and what you're going to iterate on. And it's key to be quick because it's Black Friday. Everyone is investing heavily during this month. And the earlier you start, obviously, means that you will spend even more if you are carrying high ad spend on a daily basis. So before we hop on, just some context about the account. So the offer launched on the 1st of November, same as last year. So essentially, we have the same comparison between 2025 and 2024. The percentage off is the same as last year. We are having the same range applied to different SKUs based on stock levels and based on product performance. That's a kind of a deep subject that we can get into on another video. The only thing that was different is the implementation. So last year, the client in this case applied the discount as a strike-through price on the website on the front end. This year, it was via discount code for different dynamics in the business that didn't allow for us to discount products in front end. So essentially, we knew that implementation was different when we launched this offer. Now, as soon as we launched the offer, here's what we ended up with in the first 4 days. So essentially, we are up in sessions by 78% because we're spending more. And when we look at the revenue for online store, we are up only by 20%. The reason why we were up only by 20% is because our conversion rate was down 36% year on year. Now, this is like one of my pet peeves with Shopify, where, as you can see right here, you have green arrows everywhere because what Shopify is doing is a comparison between numbers rather than percentages in this case, which is what you should be looking for. When you dive into it and look at the percentage comparison, you will see that our add to cart rate was down 36% year on year, which is essentially translating into the 36% decrease in conversion rate as an overall metric. Now, this is the problem. Like, we identified the problem immediately. It was easy to spot. Now, once you know this, we need to understand why it's happening. So essentially what we had in mind is the offer's perception this year is lower than last year. Why is that? Because we need to understand that when a user is clicking on an ad, they're not going to remember everything we got in our copy or everything that we had in our creatives or videos, where maybe we were mentioning the discount code. But the thing is, when I click on an ad, I'm not buying immediately right now. I might come back later, search the brand on Google, or like type in the brand's name and land on the website directly. So what I saw in the ads is not going to carry in my mind for the next 3, 4, 6 hours or whatever, or however long it takes for me to convert. So what we thought was the case is last year when they had the discount being in the front end, it was something that's just in front of you. It stays there. You can't really forget about it. And our hypothesis is this year, not having the discounts automatically applied, this could be hurting the add to cart rate. So we thought about the easiest and quickest way to validate this hypothesis, and it was through implementing banners on homepage, collection page, product pages, highlighting the discounts and the different tiers for each product. So essentially, right now, when a user lands on the website, on the homepage, they will have the offers being displayed as the first thing above the fold. If they land on a collection page, same applies. If they land on a product page, same applies as above. So essentially, we are creating this consistency in the messaging that we are trying to deliver to the prospects throughout the whole funnel on the website. Now, when we launch this, what we wanted to see is how our add to cart rate will track over the next 2 days. And as you can see right here, our add to cart went from a 3.83%, 4.55%, 5.39% on the third day. Now, just to clarify, this wasn't paired with any ADMs in these days. Like, it was purely paid ads traffic. And that's why, in our mind, seeing these results in the next 3 days was a confirmation of what we were doing. But what happens when you look at the results since the implementation to yesterday? Now, this is the same comparison year on year, where, as we saw right here, we were down 36% conversion rate, down 36% add to cart rate. What we ended up with in the following days is an 82% increase in sessions, which is great, minus 7% on the add to cart rate and minus 3% on conversion rate overall. Now, this is a trade-off that I will take any time of the day because I am up 82% in sessions. I'm making way more rev than I made last year, and my efficiency is still holding because my conversion rate is down only by 3%, which is really not that hard if you think about increasing your traffic by 82% via paid media. And adding to this, if you look at the comparison in terms of rev, we are up 97%. So even if we are up 82% in sessions, our revenue is up 97%. And in a way, it's also thanks to the fact that our AOV is higher 13% year on year, thanks to the tail discount that we are running this year. So essentially, overall, since the implementation, which happened on 7th of November till yesterday, we can confidently say that this is working and that we identified the issue, acted on that, executed a really quick test that didn't take that much time on anyone's end to execute, and we are seeing results carrying through the month so far. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.